Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. Today we have another submission from someone who has become a regular almost on the channel, Gingy. Gingy had a few amazing submissions and they are back again with another one. Shadow Typhlosion, such a dangerous Pokemon, has a crazy high attack and those Incinerates plus Blast Burn plus only 2 Incinerates to every Thunder Punch make it such a dangerous Pokemon. And here we go. Shadow Typhlosion right now, I think one of the strongest, sort of fun picks in the Open Great League. And we see immediately with this Dusclops Shadow Typhlosion Clodsire team, we're met by a Feraligatr Safe Swap, which is pretty terrible. Pretty terrible for this team. But luckily, we were able to connect on that attack, making the Feraligatr more manageable here. Clodsire going through another charge attack, gets the Protect Shield, and Gator actually gets stung down by the Clodsire. What a turn of events. Oh, and we get off the Sludge Bomb. Were we 2 stings away there? I don't think we should have gotten that off. But right now, Clodsire going on an absolute tear, and we know it's a Superior, right? So we're just going to come in here with Dusclops. Dusclops can take this no problem, and then we might pivot into Typhlosion. And this could very well set up the Typhlosion sweep. We're going to throw an Ice Punch. Why not? Chip away at this health of Superior. And this puts it in like 2 Incinerate range. Maybe 3, actually. And I think you shield a Frenzy, Oh, never mind. Doesn't want to bother. Just an Aerial Ace. And still has 2 shields to hide behind. So a very comfortable win. Superior had absolutely nowhere to go against this team. But at the same time, the Feraligatr was problematic. It just seemed the opponent didn't really recognize the strength of the Feraligatr. They didn't invest their Protect Shields in it. A very solid Game 1 victory for Gingy. Well played. And you see climbing with this squad. Here we go. Next game. Locking it in. Let me know in the comments what team you're running right now in the Great League. Shadow Typhlosion. I feel like my teams are always a little bit weak to Shadow Typhlosion. Here we go. Henzo, the next opponent. Dusclops into Regidrago. Mom is distracting Gingy, sending images. My mom has been sending me memes recently, which is really funny. For someone, that has never really been tech savvy in my mom, now in this meme era. Okay, I don't think I've ever done this before. But I think I need to rewind this to see if this is something. Hopefully it's an innocent message that I can just not edit. But I think I need to pause this so we can snoop in. I mean, if you don't have Do Not Disturb on, Gingy, this is on you. This is not on me. I'm just giving the people what they want. What did that message say? Pause. His number is at the top. Instructions on how to order. He will be getting Sherlock. Okay. I don't really know the context. But that seems innocent enough or we don't have to edit it out. Ice Punch coming through. Going to connect onto Regidrago. And I think we're going to get to a parting Shadow Punch. That's huge. Dusclops. Rise. Should I run regular Dusclops or can I run the Shadow Dusclops? Honestly, it's one of those Pokemon where I feel like either is viable. I've typically run the regular because the added bulk helps you in a lot of like zero shield scenarios. But the oppressiveness of the Shadow can also be really useful. So I'm like, I think you can go with either. I think on paper, maybe the bulk of the regular is better. But in practice, sometimes having that extra damage from the Shadow is really nice. It also has a better Lapras matchup, which I kind of like. The Shadow can also, believe it or not, make Drapion uncomfortable if you play out like the 2-shield scenario. Here we go. Going for the Earthquake here. Clod versus Clod. When you run Typhlosion, you do want to try and keep a shield for it, though. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gingy lets this go. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to let Clodsire go. Earthquake takes it down. But now we have a shield behind Typhlosion, who's going to get a healthy Incinerate down. This is going to be another Earthquake potentially, so you have to respect it. And it's the Stone Edge. Clod can't double up, however. Oh my gosh, Caesar. Comments. Oh my gosh, how much damage? Let me know in the comments. How much damage did that blast burn do to Caesar? I'm going to guess 269%. 269% Shadow Typhlosion blast burn onto a Shadow Caesar in the Great League. Let me know. I won't bother looking it up right now. Dusclops into Dusclops. Here we go. Oh, poor Caesar. He almost melted in an instant. Both trainers over farming energy. Oh, actually gets a shield. Maybe just wanted to shield once anyway. Maybe he was afraid of a poltergeist potentially. Oh, okay. Now we see the chart attack priority. And obviously should pace the same, but we only threw they only threw once, so they're one ahead of us. We're gonna let it go. Interesting. We're just gonna take our shield advantage. Come in with Typhlosion. The awkward thing here is I think this Dusclops will indeed reach another Shadow Punch before going down. Because they're on their 2 cycle there. After 3 Shadow Punches, you only need 2 hexes to a Shadow Punch. The more you know. Quick maths with Rise. In comes Primeape. Yikes. Primeape is scary when up shields, but we have so much energy here. We get the first shield, we hard pivot Claude, and this is totally fine. Especially from a non-Shadow Primeape, even if it's an Ice Punch, not going to do that much, and it's just a Rage Fist. Doing nothing. Primeape staying in, and we get the chart attack priority on the Sludge Bomb. I think this is great. Even though we lost this chart attack priority, we're going to do significant damage to Primeape. Where this Sludge Bomb will do enough where they might not even reach another attack before going down. So they're forced to pivot into their own Claude, but we are slightly ahead. So I think this is pretty straightforward. And this is one of those situations where I think you are totally fine just letting... Oh, yeah, this works too. I was going to say totally fine just letting Clodsire go. And Gingy has options here. Could, like, let Typhlosion go, but I think the simple play is just shield since you have this Blast Burn loaded. And this will knock out. Bang. Blast Burn, such a powerful attack. Oh, I forgot Primeape was still there. But one Incinerate does the trick. And that is a GG. Also, I'm not sure if anyone cares about this, but in between battles, I just got back from the gym and I hit a new bench press PR max of 275 pounds. If anyone cares, if you don't care at all, you can let me know in the comments as well. That's fine. I won't talk about it again. Dusclops into Shadow Kento Marowak. 2 very strong Pokemon. Marowak is just so oppressive, right, with its Mud Slap Bone Club combination that even though you have the super effective Ice Punch to threaten, this is not that bad a matchup for Marowak. I would still probably rather be the Dusclops here, but it's not like it's that bad. They actually call the first one Ice Punch, bang, doesn't actually knock out, and that's where maybe you miss a little bit of that damage output of the Shadow. Because it's at, look at that, simul KO in the zero shield situation, considering that they called a Shadow Punch. But if we go straight Ice Punch, they're just going to win chart attack priority. Okay, interesting. Maybe we take this and then just save 2 shields for Typhlosion. I wouldn't mind just throwing as soon as we can. Yeah, putting the pressure on, because they might respect a Stone Edge here as well. And now we have the shield advantage for Tyler. Tyler Tony, dude perfect. What a legend. Greatest athlete of all time? I don't know, maybe. We are now up 2 shields with Typhlosion. I'm not exactly on point with the Lapras counts here. If Lapras is going to reach another one before this. Oh, they try to catch. Yikes, dude. Typhlosion. Have mercy, Typhlosion. Jump Bluff is so tanky, but it doesn't matter against the Typhlosion. It goes bye-bye. And it is just such a dangerous sweeper Pokemon. Gingy is making me want to run Typhlosion right now in my sets later today. Here we go. Dusclops. Shadow Typhlosion. Clodsire. Cool team. I will say very weak to Mud Slap in the back. So if you run this team, something to be aware of is that Mud Slap in the back could be quite concerning. Caesar. Now, the awkward thing here is you got to assume they have, like, fire coverage in the back. So If I'm Gingy, I would very much consider, like, swapping at some point. Yeah, okay. Okay. Ice Fang. They counter with an Ice Fang Drapion. Remember our Ice Fang video? That was actually a lot of fun. Sludge Bomb. Bait is successful. And, you know, Claude is bulky enough where you can probably tank an Aqua Tail here and still get off the Earthquake. So I like this no shield from Gingy. Takes the Aqua Tail, gets off the Earthquake. So is probably going to pull both Protect Shields here, which could really set up. Oh, they let it go. Clodsire just pulled a shield and still beat the Drapion. And oh my goodness. We shield once. The Incinerate is going to completely melt this Caesar. Oh, it's a Cordilli in the back with Bullet Seed as well. They are so weak to fire with this team. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, the more common fire type you see in Go Battle League is Talonflame. So, like, those back two Pokemon do kind of counter Talonflame a little bit better. But Typhlosion is so oppressive. They are not really Typhlosion counters. Drapion, like, kind of, because the Aqua Tail does so much. But, I mean, those Incinerates also do a ton. Here we go. Good lead. Opponent will probably swap out at some point or try to catch, maybe. And did they catch there? It looked kind of weird. Shadow Punch. Nope. Still the Dragonite. They throw right before the next punch. Dragonite punch. Oh, what? Why are we... Are they, like, trying to be too smart? What is happening? Did they, like, predict a catch there? That's such a crazy thing to do. Blastoise with a party hat. He's having a party. Go Blastoise. It's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. But, unfortunately for Blastoise, doesn't look like two Hydro Cannons is actually going to knock out Clodsire here. So Clodsire going to get off an Earthquake. Although I don't know. It doesn't look like Clodsire is going to reach another move. It might actually get roll-outed down. Blastoise comes out with energy. Blastoise is having a party, dude. Oh, man. That looks like Charge Attack priority, which Blastoise will win against the bulky Dusclops. Did we let it go? Yikes, dude. We got to shield this, of course. But can Typhlosion sweep? In comes Credilli. This is a huge decision here. I don't think Blast Burn completely one-shots, but it'll be close. Gets the final Protect Shield. Oh, the opponent gets scared. There was no reason for them not to do one Bullet Seed there. But them throwing immediately might cost them. Because if they live this, which they do, they would have been one away, but now they're two away. And this is going to give life to Typhlosion. Typhlosion is going to be forced to throw Thunder Punch here. And Dragonite doesn't get off the attack. I will say, I think the opponent with more proper gameplay would have had that one. I don't know why we superpowered the Dusclops. That's kind of crazy. Was it the wrong Dragonite? I don't know. Like, sometimes plays make sense, right? And sometimes it's just the wrong call. But that one didn't make much sense to me. Unless you're going for, like, the Galaxy Brain play. But that's just, like, such incredibly high risk for, like, a potential reward. Maybe the opponent doesn't care about ELO. They're just trying to make a highlight reel. They're trying to make a mixtape. Send it into Midwest Ballers. Here we go. Dusclops, Galarian Weezing. If they have Brutal Swing, not great. Oh, but they probably didn't, because that looked like a Simul Swap. So they probably don't have Brutal Swing. And this is a matchup that's... I would much rather be the Feraligatr. However, Claude does have play here. I think on paper, Claude actually wins the one-shield scenario if you can bait the Sludge Bomb and then land the Earthquake. But if you're Gator, like... no reason to not invest shields here, in my opinion. And yeah, we're going to see the Gator throw. I think this trainer played this situation a little bit better than the last Gator we saw. Oh. Was that lag or was that... Yeah, I think we lagged a turn and CMP'd on 5? I don't know. Unless they lagged a turn and that was 4. Typhlosion. Oh, man. Gonna have to shield here. So this looks like a a tough situation, but the Weezing doesn't have any energy. I like throwing this after one to just put the pressure on. Bang! Oh my god. Oh, and it's Moltres. And I think we have enough health here where we're going to get to 2 Thunder Punches. Oh my gosh. So, wait. Oh, wait. But isn't the Weezing still there? So the Fairy Winds will knock out first, but we still have Dusclops. That's right. We still have Dusclops. So it's not going to matter. Nice win. Typhlosion doing the heavy lifting there. And Dusclops just around for the ride. Using its bulk. But, I mean, that's what makes sense. That's what you want to pair with Typhlosion is bulky Pokemon, in my opinion. VZ. Next opponent. Another Scizor lead. Scizor lead is kind of awkward, as we mentioned, because you got to assume they're going to have Typhlosion answers in the back. So, I don't know if you want to just completely stay in this matchup. You might want to preserve. So, yeah, interesting. We are swapping a Clodsire into a Scizor, which don't try this at home, folks. The opponent builds up a ton of energy, which I think is a smart play. But the problem is this might end up being in a situation where Typhlosion's Incinerate is just going to do so much they might not even be able to use all that energy they built. Because they've got to be close to like 3 Night Slashes with all that energy. Going for the Earthquake here. Diggersby going to overfarm a little bit. And I think you definitely let this go and just come in with Dusclops. Since Diggersby has residual energy. In comes Dusk. Oh. CMP somehow. I think one person lagged. I don't know if it was us or them. I think we take this, put it all on. We saw earlier one Incinerate might knock out the Scizor from here. Oh, they throw back to back. Let's see if this Incinerate knocks out. I think it does. That is so insane, dude. Okay, so on paper, this is really bad. But it might be okay just because of how dang oppressive. Oh my gosh. Blast Burn connects. Dude, Typhlosion is not caring about typing whatsoever. Not caring about typing at all. Gets the knockout. Insane. Insanity. Gingy, what has gotten into you? Thor, the next opponent. Speaking of Thor, other random. Half Thor Bjornsson, otherwise known as the Mountain, just set a world record with a 505 kilogram deadlift. That is quick maths, like 2.2. It's well over 1,000. Is that something like? That's like over 1,100 pounds, right? Oh my god, dude. I'm like a relatively strong human being. I'm like a large human male. And dude, I can deadlift. I was talking about this. I can deadlift like 415 pounds or 405 pounds. But like this man is deadlifting nearly 3 times that amount. It's just hard for me to comprehend. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, back to Pokemon. Clodsire versus Furret. How cute is Furret? So cute is the answer we were looking for, Alex. Clodsire into... Dude, I've gone on too many tangents now. I'm like confusing myself. And now, because I referenced the late Alex Trebek, I'm like wanting to mention Happy Gilmore with the Jeopardy ties. I did watch that movie. I've heard, nice win, by the way, Gingy. Good job. I think we got one more battle. I did watch Happy Gilmore 2 already. It just came out. And I thought it was really funny and enjoyed it. I've been seeing lots of like mixed reviews on Twitter and social media. People saying it was terrible. And like, it's a goofy, like every Adam Sandler movie is like goofy, you know? Like, I thought it was funny. I laughed out loud multiple times. Maybe people didn't think it was good or well written. Also, the amount of like celebrity cameos was pretty cool. Obviously, not everyone cares about that stuff, but it was fun just seeing so many different like big name athletes and celebrities in the movie. Anyway, here we go. Regular Clops into regular Quag. I feel like this is a matchup normally you see Shadow Quag, but The regular variant, going to be easier for Dusclops to tank all this energy. And Gingy opting to throw immediately. Doesn't want to give Quag a chance to throw another Aqua Tail first. So just throwing immediately. Quagsire over the Aqua Tail now. Mom sending more text messages. Quagsire throwing the charge attack here. And it is the Stone Edge. Makes sense. Wants to make sure it knocks out. Oh my gosh, Typhlosion. Knock it off, Typhlosion. This is disrespectful. We're incinerating down the Mud Boy. They don't get to another. I thought the catch Pokemon was like was the other thing, like the top left was signifying they top left at this point. But dude, double Mud Boy. Okay, this is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous team we're playing. Now I'm rooting for Gingy to beat this dumb team. ABA Mud Boy, bro. Oh god. We're only gonna get to one move, so we go for Earthquake. This looks pretty bad. Because they're going to get off, like, multiple more Mud Slaps on Typhlosion. They're not even in Thunder Punch range. Okay. I think we might have got DRE there. Dude, do we win this somehow? There's no way. No, we're too low. Anything beats us. Even a Wigglytuff. What a terrible team to lose to. Unbelievable. I'm sorry that happened, Gingy. ABA Mud Boy, they see a grass type, they just top left. Anyway, it's fine. I guess there's not a lot of grass right now in the meta, so they're just making a hard meta read. That's a crazy team. That team is so dumb that I might try it out for a set, honestly. But dude, imagine they see like a Jumpluff, dude. Jumpluff just ends them. Anyway, thank you, Gingy, for the awesome Typhlosion video. I think that was a 9-1 run we just saw, and it took a very wild team composition to beat Gingy's Typhlosion team. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.